You might be wondering whether company values or visions or mission statements have any real impacts on companies, or if they're simply for show. It turns out that company leaders can play a very important role in this. It is very easy to have formal statements that are not followed in practice, and leaders have a key responsibility to communicate the company's mission, vision, and values, and to set an example by their own behavior and to encourage others to follow them. For example, do you know which company these 4 core values come from? It says some very nice things about communication, respect, integrity, and excellence. But these 4 values are from the energy company Enron, included in its 2000 annual report. In 2001, the company went bankrupt. Despite what the company's formal values stated, the company's executives behaved very differently. Instead of integrity, respect, and open communication, there was too much risk-taking and highly unethical behavior. The company developed a culture of unlimited greed and cutthroat competition between employees. Enron's failure to uphold its own values resulted in the failure of the company itself, which was ultimately a failure of its leadership. So I hope you've learned a little about what a company's mission, vision, and values are, and that these can matter for a company's success if they are designed well, lived and practiced within the company, communicated and reinforced by the leadership, and of course, they also have to be a true reflection of the company itself, a reflection of its ethos.
I asked each of our executive experts why companies should have a mission statement and what was added by having a vision and values. I thought their responses were really instructive. Note in particular how strongly they emphasize that the mission statement should be meaningful and inspiring, that it be real and actually lived by the company through the actions and communications of its leaders.
Every company has a mission statement, and it's really largely a matter of whether everyone's on the same mission statement and whether it's implicit or explicit. I don't think the implicitness or explicitness is nearly as important as the executive team making sure that everyone is operating under the same mission statement. That said, I think that there's a real art to crafting a mission statement. Some people go way too broad, and their mission statement basically amounts to "we're going to make money." Which is, that makes sense if you're in a for-profit business, but it's not anything people can get excited about. They can't, it doesn't translate into tactical action. So I think there's a craft to making sure that your mission statement is big enough that people can get excited about, but achievable enough that people know roughly what they should be doing across the organization. So whether you make it formal or whether you make it informal isn't nearly as important as the executive team just making sure that they do evangelize it, they spend time with people, they talk about it explicitly, and it's something that not all organizations do well. A lot of times people construct a mission statement, it just becomes something that sits out there, and it's something that then everyone ignores as they get caught up in the day-to-day struggles.
Number one, everybody needs to know why they come to work in the morning, all right? And so what are we here to do? And there are 5,000 employees, people that form Country Financial. We need to know, they need to know why they come to work in the morning. We have a vision to be the best provider of financial security in America, but we have to operationalize it. And I really go classical on its vision, mission, values, and then strategy. And so I will tell you, you can have a vision statement up on the wall or mission statement up on the wall, but if you don't connect it to your obviously to your values, and if you don't connect it to your strategy, then really it becomes just a nice thing to show people, kind of the company motto that nobody really pays much attention to. Mm-hmm. We actually use it to drive all the way down into strategy, yearly objectives that then roll all the way down into the company. So everyone can find how their own objectives roll all the way up, all the way through the strategy of the company, all the way to achieving the mission and the vision of helping people achieve financial security. Mm-hmm. I know it sounds like a kind of a PR thing. Mm-hmm. It's not. But it's something that we had that over the last 4 years we've gotten better and better at. So I'll tell you, great value in it. Everyone needs to know how they help the company achieve what they do every year. So I'm fully invested in that. In my view, sincerity
and transparency win over all else. And I think that's true in work and in life and in family. And so I believe you have to have a mission and a calling, because you have to be motivated and passionate about what you do, and people are motivated for different reasons. At Avant, we have a really simple mission: lower the cost and barriers of borrowing for consumers. It's simple, we understand it, and everything we do has to correlate with that mission. And the key is to be sincere, because I think a lot of times people know that they need to have a mission, and they go through a strategic exercise about how to come up with that mission and then come up with values that sound great. But you ask any person in the company, and they won't know what it is.
I guess what's wrong with sort of a mission statement that simply says that you're here to make money?
Well, I mean, we need to make money. Okay, so part of this is obviously, the financial strength of the company is one of our most important objectives every year. But also, there's something about why you're really here. Yes, it's to make money, but also to serve a greater good. We feel like insurance is a noble profession, financial services is a noble profession, and on top of that, helping people achieve financial security. And obviously, want to achieve and grow, etc. But part of this is ensuring that everyone understands your reason to come to work, not just to make money, but to serve a greater good. So I believe that.
I also think that hand in hand with a mission statement should be again, implicit or explicit set of principles. So what are the ways by which it's acceptable for our company and for our employees to act to be able to accomplish the mission statement? Because a mission statement minus any sort of principles becomes sometimes it's just too chaotic how people will achieve it, and some of the behaviors will become quickly unacceptable. So you're also defining not just what you're trying to accomplish as a company, but you're also defining the rules, the acceptable rules of engagement for how you accomplish that mission.